Hey yo, it's Brent Lord. Welcome back to Rome Total War as the Gauls. And if you remember the last time, we took the city of Rome. Woo! Barbarians rule, man. They just sacked the city of Rome, and yeah, that was pretty awesome. We also pushed forward on the fronts against Germania. We took a city of the Spanish, and we decided to land an army against the British capital. So today, hopefully, we can move forward in all those fronts and experience great success. And if you remember last time, we had plans to sally forth from Batavium. I don't know if I said I did, but I planned to do it. So let's check out what this guy has. And if he actually has a good army, maybe we won't sally forth. But if he has a bad army, let's sally forth. Vizna, he's the factionaire, so Prince versus Prince. He only has 5 units. The balance bar is weighted, probably because of Bistarni. Because honestly, the AI balance really, it overweights the Bistarni. They're really not as good as it says they are. Because they get eaten up by cavalry. And when we're playing as Thrace, I'm going to try to use Bistarni to my advantage with the next campaign. And I'm going to show you how effective they can be if you use them correctly. And not squander them against cavalry, stuff like that. Anyway, it's another sally forth, so this is like the 3rd time we sallied forth against Dacia, and if they lose, they're probably going to start thinking, hey, we're not that good, we should probably stop attacking, yeah. So anyway, how's it going? Guys, it is, what is it today? May 12th, I want to say? Maybe it's the 11th, I'm not sure. And, yeah, I'm done with college for the year, so first year college down, and it's awesome that it's summertime. Working is fine, I don't mind working. It's, better than schoolwork sometimes, because you know what to expect. That's basically my thought about that. But it's summertime, so I get to relax mostly, and chill, and, get some more content out to you guys. Now, I do have, if I can get it to work, I do have a secret LP planned next, if I can't get it to work. So just keep that in the back of your mind, that there might be something else between this and the next Thrace campaign. And it's a pretty interesting one if I can get it to work. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyway, we pull all our infantry and cavalry out, per usual. You've seen me sally forth a few times already in this campaign, the last couple episodes. We're going to move our cavalry to the right because their Bastarni are on the right, and that's going to make it a lot easier for us. And again, their Bastarni are quite weak to cavalry attacks, especially mercenary Bastarni, because mercenary Bastarni have lower defensive stats than standard Bastarni. And we're going to keep moving our guys up. Oh, not straight. There we go. And just get to a range where we can engage them comfortably. And put it on normal speed. We might just stop here, I think. Just kind of, yeah, we're going to war cry right here. I think, just one sec, there you go. We're going to war cry, and then we're going to pull our general over here in case their general charges, because they have a big general unit, because it's a friend. So we're going to pull out our 2 light cav over there to charge the back of the Bastarni. War cry is ready, so we're going to have 2 units charge the Bastarni. We're going to have a unit fight that warband, unit fight that warband, with this unit and these 2 units over here fight that warband. So we have pretty good match. We're going to have our general right in the back for morale support. Keep swinging our barbarians around. We got to watch their general. It looks like they're charging in. Going to sound the cry of command, and their general's charging out, so we're going to move our guy back. Going to have the cavalry charge the back of the Bastarni, and that should tear them up pretty easily. Looks like we're doing okay. Oh, they're charging out their general, so it's time to charge with ours. Can't sound the cry of command because we just did. Oh, they're starting to rout, though. We were able to rout the Bastarni, and that caused a mass rout. Their general's really the only one left now, so we just got to surround him. And he's routing and dead, so we just killed the Dacian prince. Pretty bad play by the Dacians. I mean, if they would have combined these armies, I mean, if Skiles and this guy would have teamed up, I'm sure they could have done a little more damage. And we would have the siege defend to try to get an advantage on them. But as it were, they attacked us in small armies, maybe just hoping to cut off our trade routes or whatever. And didn't really work because we were able to sally forth on the first turn and defeat them. So clear victory. They took under 100 casualties on us, so that's pretty good. And hopefully we can get some money to retrain this army. It's getting a little weak, and I'm a little concerned. But, you know, hopefully we can do that. And, yeah, he gained a command star from that, so that's pretty cool. And the city's a little unhappy now because we were losing a little more garrison. And the other thing I want to do this turn, before we end the turn, is to attack these Romans here. Now, in the position that they're in, they have a large army that doesn't have a good commander. They have a decent-sized army that's not that good with a okay commander. And they have like a little army that has a good commander in the city. So I really think we can take advantage of this situation. It's pretty open ground around here where I'm about to attack. So attacking seems like the good choice. And we get to show off our new advanced units here from Rome. So again, they have 3 armies, and hopefully we can take them out swiftly. Of course, Porterix is becoming like one of the best commanders ever. He's this campaign's Pharnicus. It's looking like, I gotta say, not the original faction leader. He inherited the role from his father, and then became a great commander, a great leader of the people, defending the people at first, and then charging home against the Romans. Anyway, here's the sexy barbarian noble cabin. Oh, look at these chosen swordsmen, heavily armored, deadly weaponry. These guys are masters of melee combat, and they're gonna tear up like anything the Romans have. Honestly, the Romans have nothing to fight chosen swordsmen early on. You just have to outmaneuver them and outsmart them. That's the only way you can beat chosen swordsmen early on is the Romans, because your Principes will just get hacked up. I mean, you can do a little bit of damage with the javelins, but as soon as they get in melee combat, they're just going to be losing hardcore. They almost have enough defense to withstand, but they do not have enough attack power to hit through the chosen swordsman's armor. Because chosen swordsmen have much higher attack power and a little bit higher defense than Principes. So they're pretty devastating. And I think they have the same defensive value as Triarii, if you want to compare. So yeah, that's kind of devastating. Anyway, this first army here has 2 Jav Cav units, so I'm going to want to be careful of that and kind of engage those. And move the whole infantry line up except this one guy. That's kind of annoying. Very annoying, actually. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Anyway, we're going to move our second in command and our good cavalry in over there. We're going to have our light cavalry squad move to the left. And we're going to try to take out their Jav Cav before we can hit our main line and harass us. And, yeah. Playing with Jav Cav a lot lets you learn how to shut down Jav Cav. And hopefully that's what I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to spread out our line a little bit here just so we can cover all the bases and keep their infantry well contained without jeopardizing the strength of our line. Can move our javelin men behind them, of course, and our general will be right there as well. And make sure that we're going to run them up so they get in position, because as you can see, the Roman army is advancing as well. The AI acts very differently when they're defending when they have reinforcements than when they don't have reinforcements. So it's almost like they're attacking, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we're going to try to engage this Jav Cav and hopefully catch him. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, no, come on. Okay, we didn't catch him. Hopefully, maybe we can catch him. It seems like they're lagging a little bit. Maybe we can. We're going to take these guys and try to catch this Jav Cav, although it does look like they're clustered within their main line right now, so we can't really catch them. And we're going to have to try to maneuver around him. So we're going to send our general there and our heavy cav there. And they're taking some javelin casualties. They're trying to charge with the spearmen, pull them out. We could attack them now, but it would take unnecessary casualties. There's no need for that. They're charging out with some equites, but I think we can pin this guy down. He's close to the border now. And we should be able to pin him down before we take on the unit of equites. And we're moving in. We're going to crunch. Come on. Oh, nice job. Viscus is crunched on the line there. And our barbarian noble cavalry should be able to crunch him. And they're retreating. We attacked a unit of equites over here without any knowledge. And actually, their general's pretty open right now. So we're going to charge their general right in the back there. And we're going to engage these equites now. We've routed the other unit. And we rout them immediately because they're afraid and they're far away from their army. You know. And their general should be getting destroyed a little bit because we got the charge advantage. We're going to send our general against their Jav Cav because they're harassing our melee line now. And their spearmen are out of position so we can maneuver freely within our lines there. And their Javcav are trying to retreat. Their general routed right into our line. That was interesting. We still didn't kill them, but that doesn't really matter. Their Javcav are charging our cav. We have 3 times the number, and our the Javcav are not as good as their cav, and they have morale disadvantage. I don't know what they're doing. There's Equites coming back from routing. We're going to keep our cav. We're going to keep mobilizing our cav back here. There's an infantry crisis, kinda. They come up with some units of Estati, so we're going to charge them with all of our troops. And keep these warbunds out here for support, because that secondary army is getting close, and keep our general close for support. Pull our guys away from the town watch for now. There's an empty unit. There's a unit of Hastati there. Those are easier to charge than the town watch, and we did break them, so that was very nice. And the town watcher there, trying to pull away for now. We still don't want to engage the spearmen unless we have to. And this unit of town watcher, we're going to charge from the back, but they routed before that, so we're going to come in and crush them a little bit. And then this unit over here, our infantry is doing very well. They took out multiple units, so that went very well. So we're going to reposition our infantry. And yeah, there's a lot of commentate over this battle, so I'm sorry if I'm not interesting you with random trivia. But, you know, I figure this battle is quite interesting, so I'm just going to delight you with my strategic info. Anyway, we're going to pull our line back here. That should give us enough time to regroup and, you know, do that. I'm sure our cavalry is probably getting pretty tired by now, but we still need to take out these units back here. And yeah, if anything, I overwork my cavalry. I push them too hard, and for a battle like this, it could come and bite me with the Third Army coming in, but hopefully it won't. And anyway, we're going to try to spread out our troops, but it looks like they just want to attack our cavalry. So they're bringing in some spearmen. We can maneuver around them, get some rear charges going on, so we take less casualties with the charge, and we should be able to break them. There we go. Luckily, they're only, again, they're not Triarii or anything, so they're not as potent. And they're charging on the strong side of our infantry line, with the side with the chosen swordsman and normal swordsman. You have everybody war cry here, except the unit that's under combat right now, because they can't. And we're going to sound the cry of command, make sure our guys don't rout, even though I don't think they will. And we're going to route another unit of Vistati there with our cavalry, because they're going to sweep around. We're going to send our units in to attack here, and attack there. Make sure, oh, their general's going out to attack. If we can route this unit of Equites, it'll be very nice. And we should be able to, come on, route. There we go. We route that unit. They're sending in Hastati and their general, so we're going to try to pull out temporarily here, because we don't want to engage a unit of, oh, they're sending in their general. We have to engage him now. And we might take quite a few casualties if they send in their infantry, but it doesn't look like they are. And we're going to send in some of our swordsmen to deal with the infantry. We're going to send our general over here for some morale support. We did take out their general, so their general's gone. So this army is pretty much breaking, I would imagine. Their town watcher breaking against our swordsmen over there. There we go. And they still have a ballista, so we're going to charge our infantry towards the ballista because they don't have any cavalry in that sector, and we definitely don't want to take our generals and try to run over the ballista, because I've had really bad luck where the ballista will snipe my general as it's charging towards it, and that's just ridiculous. Anyway, if you look at the bottom, I don't think the Chosen Swordsman took a single casualty in that battle, even though they're in the thick of the battle twice. I don't think they took a single casualty, so there's the power of Chosen Swordsman right there. And our general's going to charge this unit of Equites, and should finish off this army, I would imagine. Not quite. They must have something else. I don't see anything. Oh, okay, their general unit came back, even though they lost their general. The general unit came back. So we're just going to reorder everything. Reorganize back here. Retreat. Strategic retreat real quick-like. And we're going to have our cavalry. That's a swordsman. And we're going to have our... I keep selecting the wrong guys here. Yes, I know I can build groups, but that's why there's a pause button, you know. If I played multiplayer, I'd probably use groups, but, you know, I don't play multiplayer because I do mods. So, it's one or the other, really. And, we're going to send our units back here. Our cavalry are getting pretty tired now, so hopefully we can get them a little bit of rest before this next army comes in. And that'll be very nice for us. We're going to have everybody run because we need to get our infantry back in place. The infantry are probably a little tired too, but they should have plenty of time to rest. It's more of the cavalry I'm worried about. If we can take out this unit, a couple of their units in the back came and regrouped, but that's okay. We shot down their general unit again. Probably won't be coming back because they have 3 cavalry units left. And we're going to pull these guys over here on this left flank, and they should be able to deal with the incoming threats. We'll keep our infantry posted. They might have to engage. It's a depleted unit of Histati, a depleted unit of Town Watch, and their ballistas left. So, not really a problem. We're going to send our general over here, actually, because he's the closest. And just his presence alone routed that unit of Town Watch. Sound a cry command, just in case. You can see a Porter X just chilling in the background there. He's like, yo, what's up? And Porter X is going to engage the ballistas himself. Not really a problem, because the ballistas aren't going to really do any damage to us. The men are armored, but they're not trained for, fighting. So we routed that. Okay, the secondary army's routed, so all that's left is this army here. This was their biggest army, and I guess their best army. They still have plenty of Town Watch, which is kind of unfortunate. They have a couple of units of ballistas we're going to have to watch out for. And I'm going to try to have my cavalry get some rest. My general's going to mop up some casualties here and then move back. And we should be looking good for the next army. And I need to take a drink because I've been talking straight for quite a bit there. So, yeah. It's good to be home, Anyway. Here's their general. And besides those 2 family members up in northern Italy, I think this is all the family they have in this continent. And again, Capua is their only settlement on this continent, so if you can take it as quickly as possible, that will really reduce their drive to come defend, Italy. And we should be able to take out the rest of mainland Italy and then try to push out into, like, Sicily. And finish out the Scipii, and possibly push out into Macedon and try to finish out the Bruttii. If that fleshes out, it's hard to say. And we're going to move our cavalry over here. Not going to make them run. A lot of them are still very tired. At least they're not exhausted. Very tired is when their movement speeds get reduced. I think at tired their movement speeds get reduced a little bit, and at very tired they get dramatically reduced, like cut in half almost. Same thing with exhausted, they're cut in half. Very tired and exhausted, they're cut in half. So having cavalry that's very tired is kind of bad. So we're going to try to rest them up a little bit. Hopefully they become tired status. And the second army here, sorry about that. Just random yawn attack. Anyway, this army has their spearmen on the flank, so there's a pretty good formation by the computer. Usually they're not that smart. I'll give them a little credit there. Put the spearmen on the flank so we can't charge. I'm not really big on charging the main ranks. Like that's not what I do. I use my cavalry to swing around the sides, harass their troops, and just try to pick off their soft targets in the back. That's what I do with my cavalry. And then while their infantry is trying to counteract that, I can send in my infantry line and just batter them. So that's how I play with cavalry, and that's really in my opinion the best way to play with cavalry in Rome Total War. You can do frontline charges, and that will work sometimes better in some situations, but in my opinion, most of the time you're gonna want to maneuver. Oh, they shot my chosen swordsman with the ballista. Oh, come on, man. So our chosen swordsman got hurt a little bit. I mean, that's okay, I suppose. Anyway, we sounded some war cries, so we're going to engage their infantry. They have not quite as much infantry as we do, and a lot of it's trying to engage our cavalry. And see that's exactly my point. See, they're sending their spearmen back, and their general's coming out to engage. So we're going to engage with our heavy cav and a unit of barbarian cav, and they missed them. Come on. And they're sending in some Stati here. We're going to engage. We should be able to surround their general. We're taking some good casualties over here on these light cavalry and Friscustus, though. They got some Velites caught in the mix here. Kind of annoying. And as soon as we start routing these units, we should be able to take down their general, hopefully. And the Velites and the Ballistas routed. So we're going to go right after our general with all our cavalry, and we should be able to take them out. The unit's routing, and hopefully we can take them out. We're going to engage the infantry here, because our men started to run because they're chasing the foes that they killed. So we're going to engage them. We should be able to break these units pretty easily. We did kill our general, so A+ there. And we routed their ballistas, so there's no range threat anymore. their army's just major disarray. They got Town Watch charging in random directions, and they got some Veltes over here that are still alive. And okay, I think everything's routing. Maybe there's some units fighting to the death or something. Either way, their army's pretty much in full rout here, and there we go, full rout. So we're going to hunt them down and destroy them. So I think that was a pretty successful little attack there. Sometimes, generally speaking, I like to siege a city and let them attack me. But in a situation like this, I find it pretty advantageous to attack them. Because I don't think they were ready. I don't think the Scipii were ready for an attack from the Gauls. Perhaps they thought that Rome was still standing or something. I don't know. But either way, we got the jump on them and we were able to take out their armies that weren't really prepared. And maybe we can take the city. We'll see. Clearly won the battle. Pretty good. They took about 200 casualties. We took, way more. At least a 5-to-1 ratio on casualties. So, yeah. And come on. And it looks like, yes, it looks like Capua here has no garrison anymore. So that means we can just siege attack it right away, and then we get it. So we get to exterminate the summit. And this has been a very productive turn. I can't remember exactly what we did in this turn last episode, but, in this episode... Yes! Oh, we got Forester Warbands here. That's our archers, the Gallic archers. They take 2 turns to train, so it's... our Barbarian Elite and our Forester Warbands take 2 turns to train, but they are so devastating, man. Oh, yes! I can't believe that they have this in Capua, not in Rome. That's kind of interesting that they have this ability to train them. And they don't have a temple, so we're going to build a temple to Epona. We're able to retrain a unit there. And we got plenty of money from ransacking, because, again, we still have to exterminate all our settlements because our income is very bad. Very bad, very bad, very bad. And it's probably going to be pretty bad for the rest of the campaign, if we're going to be honest. There's not a time that, it's going to be good. That's what I'm trying to say. Unless we can lock down all our borders and we can stop having wars with all our neighbors. That's kind of the key thing here. And Medialam is going to become a city next turn. We're going to make sure our garrison's fully trained in Osca, and we're training another unit. That's good. Numantia. Ooh, Carthage is setting up an army. I wonder if they're going to come attack us. Probably. So let's build another unit of swordsmen here. Build some farms. And with our extra cash, let's go around the kingdom and do some more building. And Alicia is looking good. We can build a tavern here because it's a little unhappy. And we're building a warband. That's good. And everything is looking pretty good here. And mind you, this is still the same turn that we started this episode on. So this episode's not going to be very productive as far as time goes, but I'm thinking it's pretty productive as far as, general productivity. And that's pretty much all our money. We built some economic improvements in our settlements, and hopefully that'll give us a nice return. And all that's left in mainland Italy is the Brutii. So we got 1 enemy left, and hopefully we can take them down soon. They got their faction leader over here. We're going to have to watch them in case they do something a little shifty. And, yeah, you just have to pay attention to them. Hopefully they'll run away or go die somewhere, I don't know. And that'll be very convenient if that happens. And I'm yawning again. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not really that tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. And Germania, that's what I want them to do. They're taking their armies back, trying to catch us. And Scythia wants to talk to us. Let's see. They want trade rights only. Okay. I'm going to see if we can get some map information, maybe. And yeah, we do. Looks like, on the little mini-map down there, it looks like they have their standard regions. They don't want an alliance. Maybe they're allied with Dacia, probably, or Germania. Could be. Anyway, we're going to have siege attack Londinium here. Well, not siege attack. We're going to siege it. And Trier grew. So we got another large town coming our way. Hike up the tax rate a little bit. And that's looking pretty nice for us. And alliance now. Ooh, Macedon and Germania. I guess if Macedonia is going to be, allied with Germania, we might have to fight Macedonia at some time. You might think, well, they're not really that close, but they're closer than you think. Anyway, I see that army over there to the left, and I'm going to get some more barbarian mercenary cavalry. And we should be able to fight them off. Not really too much threatening. We're going to build a port over here in Capua, because for some reason they didn't build a port. And we can retrain the barbarian noble cavalry for 1 experience. And that's looking pretty sexy. We can train a unit of chosen swordsmen here, and that is obviously what we're going to want to do. Because chosen swordsmen are very, very potent. And we're going to take Ryanarix out, and we're going to leave a unit of warband for garrison. It is red. Put it down a low tax rate, and it's fine. So, no big deal. We're going to send it over here, and we're going to move down south. Now, I know you guys might be wondering why my capital is still in Batavium, if you've noticed. Well, honestly, things are not really solid up in Elysia, in the Elysian area. And especially over in Spain, it's hard to say. And we really need the extra public order because we're having culture penalties from taking the Roman towns. So we really kind of need the public order there for now. But as soon as we take pretty much all of Italy, I'm going to move our capital over to, say, Massilia or something. A more centralized location. That should help our happiness, and then we're able to adjust tax rates accordingly. And I think that'll be very helpful. But for now, I'm going to keep it in Batavium. Batavium is well defended, and they're a minor city. And we should be getting stone walls soon. I think I queued that up last turn, if I'm not mistaken. So we should be getting stone walls soon, and they should be well defended. So I'm not too worried. We're going to send our spy down here, see what they have going on. They don't have much army, but they do have Principes, so they're decent, I suppose. But I have chosen swordsmen now, and I'm going to have Forester Warband, so any kind of advantage they have is just whoop out the window. And, yeah, hopefully next turn we should be able to move out, because we're going to have our unit of Forester Warbands, which would be very nice. And, yeah, I think that's all we're going to do this turn. There's not really much to do. Yeah, we're going to end the turn and see what's happening. Brudia just chilling. Germania is going to attack us with this army, okay. Probably going to have some Spear Warbands. Ooh, look at the... They don't even... Wow, this is like the worst army. What? Screeching women and mercenaries. Are you kidding me, dude? You couldn't get any reinforced. You have German armies right there. Why didn't you get reinforced? The computer's so dumb on the campaign, on the strategy map sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't matter what difficulty they're on. They'll always do that kind of thing. It's infuriating, but. You know, I guess it works out. Whoa, dude, Dr. Yawnfest. Holy cow. No, I'm not going to name this video Dr. Yawnfest. No. I'm not going to name it that. So, don't worry. And, I'm going to move our Barbarian Elite into the back here, because we still have the Barbarian Elite alive and well, which is very nice. This army has a very good chance of dominating the Germans if it keeps the Barbarian Elite intact. So, I'm enjoying them. And hopefully sometime, you know, we'll be able to train Barbarian Elite of our own instead of just having the one that we started with. Batavium is probably the prime candidate because Batavium has the best growth rate as far as the Barbarian settlements that we own right now. And yeah, it was the first one to a minor city stage quite a couple episodes ago. So hopefully it'll be growing nice and big for us, and that'll be a boon. That'll definitely be a boon for us. And then we're going to take our cavalry out on the flanks because they're not very good against cavalry. So we're going to try to take advantage of that. Their line is not looking very disciplined there. Their general's just kind of in the way. Anyway, we're going to engage this unit of mercenary cavalry. We're going to pull this flank over here just in case he wants to charge. And it does look like he's going to charge, so we're going to countercharge there a little bit. Kind of soften his charge, and their infantry decided to engage immediately without war crying or anything. They got Screeching Women here. Again, against swordsmen, I would say Screeching Women have no shot, really, at all. Because swordsmen have enough defense to take the blows, and, yeah. We're going to send our Barbarian Elite over on the left flank, because there's a lot of German units there, so if there's going to be a place where they need support, it's going to be right there. And we did break that unit, so it's now just their general unit here against 3 units of light cavalry. They're going to take some casualties, but we should be able to take them down very nicely. We got an incoming charge there. Ba-boom! And their general's routing, and hopefully we can take them out. Come on, yeah! Been Doing very good with the general takeouts today. And victory is ours because they saw their general die, so they all decided to rout. And, of course, their Screeching Women were in battle, so they're not able to inspire their troops because they have to use their special ability, which requires them to stay still and not fight or move to use their special ability that increases the morale and decreases ours. So that's kind of the trade-off. You know, you have to protect them and not use them in frontline combat. I don't know who would do that. I mean, really. Yeah, so we were able to devastate this German army. Well, they did take almost 100 casualties, but, you know, that's okay. That's fine. Fine with me. Sorry about that. Anyway. Hopefully next turn we'll be able to siege attack the town over there. And, it doesn't look like they have a family member. Let's see what they got in this army here. And, oh man. They don't have any infantry at all in this army. They have 2 units of cavalry, a unit of chariots, and a slinger and a head hurler. This is a real opportunity. We could probably siege attack there, I would think, and we'd be okay. And, oh, it looks like the Romans have gone to war with the Macedonians. So if the Bruttii have any holdings over in Macedonia, they're going to be challenged. And hopefully maybe Macedonia will help me to defeat the Bruttii. That would be very interesting. Anyway, we're going to train some unitary in Capua, I like to call it, Capua. And we're going to try to move out everybody if we can. We're going to take some reinforcements over here. And we're going to have 19 units. This is going to be our biggest army yet. And it's very advanced, and it's fully trained and upgraded. And they're still in the red. We're going to move over our chosen swordsmen. And they're still in the red. But they're 70%, so with this extra unit warband, they should be happy after the turn. So we're fine. I don't know why Rome is so happy and this town is so mad. It's whatever. Anyway, we're going to move this army over here, and next turn we should be able to attack Tarentum there. And Croton is also looking pretty weak. They don't have stone walls. They have some units. The Bruttii were probably not expecting an attack on this front, even though they did attack one of our settlements. So you'd think they'd be training units here in hopes of defending, but I guess they're just mentally retarded. Which is to be expected from the Bruttii, I suppose. That's probably why they didn't help the Julii or the Senate, really. Even the Scipii didn't help the Senate, even though they're right next door. And this army in Batavium is looking pretty powerful. We're going to see if Dacia might want a ceasefire. Not an attack on Pontus, a ceasefire. And they might go for it. Nope. Okay. They didn't want a ceasefire. You know, they can keep ruining their own lives. That's fine with me. The Carthage army is just chilling there, which is kind of weird. We might sweep down the coast and attack the Carthage settlement, and that might get them mad. I don't know what they'll do then. Hopefully Carthage doesn't take Numantia. They don't have a general in the army, so maybe we might be able to hold out with very strategic defense. Lucco here might be able to get some luck. Haha. And go from there. We're going to train some units over in Spain. We could attack this guy. This is their faction leader, I believe. And first we want to go train some units around the kingdom here. Build some barbarian cav here. And try to move forward and attack Montecasium here. Or no, that's Batavadorum, isn't it? Yeah, Batavadorum. I'm probably slaughtering these names, but, you know, it sounds legit. Batavadorum, Montecasium, you know. And Dame is over there. That's their capital. And one of their last remaining settlements. If we can take Batavadorum, you know, we've pushed pretty far into their lands. And we're starting to push into Spain as well. And we're starting to push into Britannia. And next time on Rome Total War, we're going to siege attack at Londinium, and we're going to attack that Spanish army, hopefully, and push further down into Italy. So this is Braden Lord signing out, and I'm going to train a unit here because we have a little extra cash. Barbarian Cavalry, yeah. I didn't want to leave that cash thing, so see you later, guys, and hope you join me for the next episode. Peace.